Mindful movement. Movement of the body, or mindful stretching, provides another way to practice mindfulness. Just like in sitting meditation, when we practice paying attention to the sensations of the breath, mindful movement allows us to practice paying attention to the sensations in the body while moving, stretching, and engaging in different postures. Before we begin, it's very important to remember that this is a very gentle movement, with a focus on experiencing the body and the mind as we move through the different positions. Self-care is very important. Please pay attention to your body and any physical limitations that you may have, feeling free to modify the poses as needed. The most important thing in this practice is the quality of the attention brought to the practice. Simply noticing what is happening in the body and in the mind as you very gently explore these positions. Let us begin lying on the floor. So to start, lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Stretching your arms out to the sides if this is comfortable. And if twisting hurts at all for you, then simply lying with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, feeling the contact with the floor, and noticing your breath. If it's comfortable for you, very gently dropping your knees to your left side and turning your head to the right, finding a comfortable reclining twist. Allowing the breath to just flow naturally in and out. And when you're ready, gently bringing the head back to center and then bringing the knees back to center. And repeating on the other side. Dropping your knees to the right side and turning your head to the left. And just noticing what sensations are present. Allowing any thoughts to rise and pass. Allowing the breath to be natural. Noticing the belly rising and falling. And bringing your head back to center and your knees back to center. And now at your own pace, continuing to explore both sides of this twist. Gently allowing your knees to fall to one side and your head to slowly turn to the other side. And then, starting with the head, bringing the head back to center and bringing the knees back to center and falling to the other side. Moving gently and slowly at your own pace and just exploring whatever sensations you notice. And the next time that your knees come to center and your head comes to center, bringing yourself up to all fours with your knees under your hips and your hands just under your shoulders or even slightly in front of your shoulders. And when you're ready, on an exhale, moving your hips towards your heels and your head and chest towards the floor. feeling the stretch in your lower back as you do this. And on an inhale, slowly returning to your hands and knees position, feeling your spine extend into a flat tabletop. And continue moving now between these two postures at your pace, following your breath. On the exhale, slowly moving your hips back towards your heels, feeling that stretch in the lower back. And on the inhale, slowly returning to your hands and knees, feeling your spine extend into the tabletop. Allowing the breath to just flow naturally, noticing any areas of tightness or tension in the body, and as best you can, releasing, and just gently and slowly moving between these two positions. Connecting with the breath. Noticing what's present in your body right now. And when you are next in the tabletop position, pausing in that position, allowing your breath to continue to flow naturally, and just remaining for a moment in this all fours position, with your wrists below your shoulders and your knees under your hips. And if it's comfortable for you, on an inhale, very gently arching the spine, starting from the tailbone and gradually moving up to the neck, turning your gaze up towards the sky. And on the exhale, rounding the spine and dropping the head, drawing your gaze towards the navel. Allowing the breath to flow naturally, paying very close attention to any areas of tension or pain, and repeating these two poses at your pace, following the movements of your breath. On the inhale, very gently arching the spine, starting from the tailbone and gradually moving up to the neck, turning your gaze up towards the sky. And on the exhale, rounding the spine and dropping the head, drawing your gaze towards the navel. Just following your breath, listening to what your body needs right now. And just very gently moving between these two postures. Inhale, arching the spine and looking skyward. Exhale, rounding the spine, dropping the head. And allowing yourself now to come back into the tabletop position. Allowing the breath to continue to flow naturally. And now allowing your hips to move back to your heels, spreading your knees wide and letting your belly rest between the thighs. Your arms can either stretch directly in front of you, palms down, or they can be drawn back alongside your thighs with the hands facing up. So resting now in this pose for several moments, allowing the breath to be natural and flow easily. Just following the sensations of your breath. And when you're ready now, coming to a standing position. Standing with your feet hip distance apart, with your spine straight, your knees unlocked, shoulders relaxed, and your tailbone slightly tucked in. And just noticing in this position, are there any areas of tension in the body? And as best you can, allowing those areas to soften. Just noticing, what are the sensations as you stand here? Allowing the breath to flow naturally. And on the inhale, bringing your arms up to the sky. And then on the exhale, releasing your arms back down to the sides. And just repeating this now at your pace, following your breath. Noticing any sensations around this movement. On the inhale, the arms rise up to the sky, stretching above your head. And on the exhale, just releasing the arms down to the sides. If you like, on an inhale, bringing your arms up and holding on to one wrist with the other hand. Gently stretching your arm to one side, bending slightly at the waist. And repeating this on the other side. Allowing the breath to just flow naturally. So continuing to allow the arms to rise and fall. On the inhale, bringing the arms up to the sky. And on the exhale, releasing them down to the sides. Just following your pace. And now when you're ready, allowing the arms to stay down by your sides, checking in with the breath, allowing it to flow naturally on the inhale and the exhale. Just noticing again any sensations. Releasing any areas of tension in the shoulders or the face. And now allowing your knees to bend and folding forward over your legs, letting your hands hang loosely towards the floor or holding on to opposite elbows. Just letting the body hang down like a rag doll as you breathe into the back. Paying very careful attention to any strain in the back. Bending the knees as much as you need. And after a few moments, on an inhale, bringing your arms straight out to your sides as you lift slowly with your chest and your head away from your legs and back up to standing. Keeping your knees bent until you are standing. And again, following your breath and following your pace. Taking another fold by first allowing your knees to bend and slowly and gently folding forward over your legs, letting your hands hang loosely or holding on to opposite elbows, allowing the body to hang down like a rag doll as you breathe into your back. And on an inhale, bringing your arms straight out to your sides, keeping your knees bent as you lift your chest and your head away from your legs and coming back into a standing position. Allowing your arms to just fall to the sides. Allowing the breath to just flow naturally. And completing your mindful movement practice today by coming to rest on your back. So lying now on your back, with your arms alongside your body, but slightly away from the body, palms facing upward, and with your feet falling out to either side. Allowing your body to simply be heavy against the ground, and allowing the breath to be natural. Releasing any areas of tension. Remaining in this pose now for several minutes, staying present and aware to the experience of your body and your mind.